Hello again, everybody. I'm Brad Silbert along with Jack Russell. Welcome to Riverview Health Stadium on the campus of Westfield High School in Westfield, Indiana. It's sectional championship week this week, the 11th week of the season. We'd like to give a special thanks to all our hometown sports sponsors. The first Saturday movie events at Ivy Tech, sponsored by Wofford Theater. Ivy Tech, Community Health, Church, Hiddle and Antrim, Smith's Jewelers, Brandt, Logan Street Signs and Banners, Noblesville Trophies, Indiana Restoration, and our title sponsor tonight, the Westfield Chamber of Commerce. My name is Brad Silbert. I'm joined by Jack Russell. Jack, here we are in the 11th week of the seaside, and we started in August, but just a gorgeous night for a football game.
Absolutely, and the
of each other through the years, and they're familiar with each other, and really not really too far from each other, only about a 45-minute drive up to McCutchen, so there is a familiarity factor there. You know, one of the things we were talking about before we went on the air is just how evenly matched on paper these two teams look.
Yeah, I mean, you take a look at really a difference of 100 or 200 yards. Key right now, and kind of what we talked about before the game, is the strength of schedule, and that's a factor in
week 29-12. They had lost to Harrison during the regular season, one of the two losses they had all season. The other loss that McCutchen had was to 6A Lawrence Central in their first game of the season, a game that they lost 35-0. A couple of close victories, but for the most part, until they played Indianapolis Tech on the 23rd of September, they really weren't challenged. They lost to Harrison 23 to them last week, 29 back. It's kind of just the opposite. The Shamrocks came out of the gate just absolutely, positively on fire, defeating Harrison, Southport, Zionsville, and Westfield. They did here against the Hamilton Southeast last-minute ton at the last three regular season games. You were up at Lafayette, Jeff, last week in that 38-14 victory, and so that's how the Shamrocks and the Mavericks both got here for this game tonight.
Yeah, I think, of course, last week we were at Lafayette, Jeff, and one of the biggest factors defense all day game, really, against Lafayette Jeff. I mean, it was not even a contest at the beginning. The defense with fumble recoveries, interceptions, leading at 38-0 at halftime. So I'll be interested to see how McCutchen, even with a win last week, can respond at home against a Westfield team like this.
McCutchen was not ranked in the final poll of the season. However, the Westfield Shamrocks are ranked 5th in the AP poll, 3rd in the coaches poll. And if you look at the overall from Indiana high school football, if you look at the overall Class 5A rankings, the Shamrocks are one of the favorite teams to be down at the Hoosier Dome. I shouldn't say that no longer. At Lucas Oil Stadium.
Yeah.
And they're favored to go back there this year and possibly win it all again.
Yeah, and I think that, again, you look at who they play in the regular season, and a big component of that is when you play 6A schools down to the wire as a 5A school, again, we're talking 2 points is the difference between an undefeated season and 2 losses against the teams like Brownsburg and Southeastern. So I think that's a big factor when you put your schedule together. You're preparing yourself for what exactly we're doing tonight, and that makes a big difference.
You know, even though on paper these two teams are very close, it would appear to me, just based on everything that I've seen here, that you really have to give the edge to the Shamrocks in this game tonight.
Absolutely, and I think there's 2 factors of why that is. This defense for the Shamrocks and the running game for the Shamrocks. When you have someone like Swadan and Freilich running the ball as much as they do, but as successfully as they do, I think that has to be added into the success of this team.
Well, let's break for a commercial break here, and let's talk just a minute about something near and dear to your heart, the Westfield Chamber of Commerce and all the great things the Chamber is doing for the city of
Westfield Chamber of Commerce has added over 60 new members this year. Along with that, we are celebrating our 35th anniversary serving the businesses in the Westfield community. Very excited for that. And even more importantly, we have an opportunity every year through our Lantern Awards to acknowledge those individuals in our community that are doing great things. And we want to always recommend anyone that has anybody in their community that they want to nominate for a Citizen of the Year, Volunteer of the Year, to go to lantern-awards.org.
We'd also like to thank another one of our great sponsors, Ivy Tech Movie Series, every Saturday now, starting October 1st and running through April 1st. We're already through October, obviously. Ivy Tech, it's going to be movie events on Saturday evenings at the Ivy Tech campus here in Noblesville. The Saturday, I meant to say the February Saturday, but this week, coming up tomorrow, is the movie Pan. Now that, if you're familiar with that, that is kind of a take on Peter Pan, on how Peter Pan developed into the superhero that he did. But movie Tech are going to be at 5 and 8 p.m. That's at Ivy Tech. Chance for a family event. You know, I mean, in high school football on Friday nights for a family event, and events over at Ivy Tech, they're always great. A couple of other features coming up. Time favorite acts. Got Star Trek Beyond coming in February, and The Secret Life of Pets in March, and we'll round it out in April with Avengers: Age of Ultron. I think I pronounced that right.
Yeah.
And so a lot of exciting times going over there at Ivy Tech. Jack, the Rocks are about to take the field, and
here they come.
The Mavericks are already on the field.
Down the field versus this defense. We saw last week 38-0.5. That's not a game that you take lightly, especially in sectional time. So it's going to be if the McCutchen offense can respond to the defense of the Westfield Shamrocks. If not, it's going to be a long, long day for McCutchen.
Well, it's been 2 years since these teams met, and the last time they met, the Shamrocks dominated the Mavericks 28-7. That was in the sectional in 2014. So we'll have to see whether that trend continues. The Shamrocks in the last 15 years are 9-6 over the Mavericks. Of course, most of those games came in conference play in the Hoosier Crossroad Conference. But we're all set here. It looks like we're getting ready for the coin toss here out at midfield, and we'll be ready to go with action here in just a few minutes. Ivy Tech prepares Indiana residents to learn, live, and work in a diverse, competitive environment. To answer any questions on enrolling or general information, visit their website, www.ivytech.edu, or give them a call, 317-921-4300. Well, the coin toss is over, and we're just
Yeah, I'm very excited. This is going to be a great game here tonight.
like to thank our great hometown sports crew. Got Ben over here as our statistician tonight. Jim Wofford at the controls. Upstairs, I think, is it Lucas also upstairs? They're a little bit chilly out there tonight, but not a bad night for football. According to what I see here, I've got a temperature of 58 degrees, and looking at the flags here at the north end of the will be kicking off, and turn it over to Jack Russell for tonight's call of the game. Jack.
Harrison is the kicker. Loud on both sides of the field tonight. Harrison, again, a couple of weeks, or probably early in the season, 54-yard field goal, so we know he can punt it long. And this will be the start of sectionals into the end zone.
5 yards deep in the end zone. Of course, in high school, there's no choice. It is an automatic touchback at the 20-yard line.
At the 20.
I wonder if high school will change that to the 25 one of these days like the pros and the college players have.
So here comes the McCutchen offense. It looks like Williams is the quarterback. Williams hands it off. Met right by the Rocks. Gain of a couple.
Want to do it the most there. That front line for the Shamrocks just moved very well to their left to make the stop and hold them to a 2-yard gain.
The run was by number 24, Miller on the play. So it becomes second down. Ball on the 22-yard line. Williams under center. One on the near side. Williams looks, rolls to the near side, going to take it himself. Met by a bunch of Shamrocks. And it's going to be close to the first down, just short of 2 yards.
Looks like Byron Hubbard led the charge for the Shamrocks there. Looks like he'll have about 1.5 yards or 2 yards to go on the third down play. Nice scramble there.
The scoreboard says 3rd and 58. I would imagine that that's not right. I'm going to say it's 3rd and 2.
Yeah, 3rd and 2 and an inch.
There we go. 3rd and 2, ball on the 28-yard line. Williams under center, one on the far side. Shamrock showing blitz. Looks, hands the ball off. Wide, almost one.
Big hole there.
Yeah, number 7 with the stop for the Shamrocks. I think he saved the touchdown play there.
Austin Bennett came blowing through there and just about broke that thing and just about had a 70-yard touchdown on that. It does result in a first down, and he gained almost 10 yards on that play. He's at the 38.
And that was a run by number 21, Austin Bennett. And that'll bring up a first down for McCutchen. 1st and 10, ball on the 38-yard line. Showing formation here. Williams under center. Looks. He looks to pass on the far side. Oh, incomplete. Intended for number 24, Andrew Miller on the play.
Just a little bit overlet on that play, just a little bit high. And I don't think Miller expected that ball to be to him quite as quickly as it got to him. Otherwise, he might have had a chance at that.
Interesting so far the play calling as well for McCutchen, going from a run to a play action bootleg. So interesting to see how they're trying to keep the Shamrocks on their toes here tonight.
Yeah, the Mavericks, like the Shamrocks, are more known for being a running team, but they're I totally agree with you, Jack. They're trying to mix it up here to keep the Shamrocks on their toes.
Williams under center, one on the near side, 2 in the backfield. Looks, hands it off, met right away.
Going to probably lose a yard on that one, it looks like.
Looks like number 21 is the running back, Austin Bennett. No gain on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 10 with 9:40 left to play in the first.
This is exactly the situation that the Shamrocks want to have, having a long third down play. And because so far the Mavericks haven't shown, other than the one run, that they can gain more than 10 yards on a play.
Williams out of the shotgun, 4 wide. Westfield showing blitz. Looks, quick, going to keep it himself. Williams still on his feet. Gain of a couple.
They're saying that there's a fumble on the play. Shamrocks are saying they've got the ball, but so far I haven't seen a sign elsewhere.
And that's the power of high school sports. There's no replay.
So a 4th and 7.
Kobe Hauser back to receive the punt. Looks like number 7, the punter, Gavin Dunbar. And that was a close one there, but great job. Hauser looks. He's met right away by a bunch of McCutchen Mavericks down to about the 29-yard line.
Managed to get about a 12 or 13-yard return on that, on something that looks like he just kind of snuck right in the middle there, Jack, and it looked like he was going to be down between the 18 and 20-yard line, but he managed to get about an 11-yard return on that. So the Shamrocks will start in pretty good field position at their own 29. Let's see how they if they come out with Freilich and Sweeten, or what happens here.
Sweet is the quarterback in the pistol. Swedan in the backfield. 2 on the far side. McCutchen showing blitz. Sweet looks, hands it off to Swedan. Swedan with a little bit of room to run. Gain of a couple here.
Looks like they're going to give him about 3.5 yards on that. Nice run there by Johnny Swedan.
And here comes the no huddle for the Shamrocks. And again, number 21 on the far side, Nustifer. Sweet looks, hands it off again to Swedan. Swedan keeps it coming and about short a yard, so it'll be a third and one. Excuse me.
This is a good sign for the Shamrocks, Jack, because if they can keep moving the ball like they're moving it, moving 3, 4, 5 yards on every run, it could be a long night for the Mavericks.
Hand off again to Swedan. Swedan again. He was met in the backfield about 3 yards back, and with his feet moving, gets him the first down.
He was stopped at the 39-yard line, and then his second effort got him the extra yard to get the first down. So the Shamrocks pick up the first down of the night.
So here come the Shamrocks again out of the no huddle. That puts Pepio on the near side. Looks like Manley on the far side. Sweet in the pistol. Pettijohn also on the near side. So 2 on the near side, Manley on the far side. Pettijohn in the pistol. Swedan looks, hands the ball off to Swedan. Swedan looks, met right in the backfield. Great tackle there by number 34, Adam Jeffrey, the linebacker.
Josh Stevens was also in on that, and the way his hand went over his head, I thought he might have got some face mask on that. And I was thinking we might have a face mask penalty, but the results in a 2-yard loss.
So here we go out of the no huddle again. Sweet in the shotgun, 2 on the near side. Swedan in the backfield. Sweet looks, keeps it himself, looking for an option. Matt back at the line of scrimmage, and there's about nothing going there for the Shamrocks.
Looks like big number 5, Cole Williams, was initial contact on that. They're back to the original line of scrimmage with a 3rd and 10, 3rd and long.
Yeah, 3rd and long here. Sweet going to stay in shotgun formation. Pettijohn along with Pepio.
Flag
and then
there.
It's going to be a false start here. That'll move him back.
Notice the mood over the lights there.
Yeah.
the smoke from the grill is just hanging over the field tonight, like you're at a concert with the dry ice. A little more difficult play to make here. We'll have to see if they decide to throw on this play or going to stick to the ground. 3rd
and 15. Here comes Sweep. Looks. Hands it over to Pettijohn. Pettijohn still on his, Swedan still on his feet. First down and more.
He's got about 20 yards. He needed 15 for a first, picked up about 20, and he took about 2 or 3 McCutchen players right with him. Take a look at the replay here, how he got 3 McCutchen players right around him. He gets the first down plus 5 yards more, so the Rocks are into McCutchen territory. Big 3rd down conversion.
Great third down conversion. First down, Sweet and pistol, 2 on the far side. Sweet has Swedan in the backfield. Looks again, gets it to Swedan. Down the middle. And again, here's the thing. They don't do anything fancy. They know what they're good at. It's running the ball.
You're exactly right, Jack. And if they can keep running the ball like this, they're not going to have to put it in the air. If they can get 4, 5, 6 yards every run, it's going to take a lot of time off the clock, and it's going to score them some points.
Sweet in the pistol. Looks. Gives it to Swedan again. Swedan, first down is more. And the crazy thing is Swedan gets tied at any point. The scary thing is you put in Freilich.
Yeah. Well, Swedan just dragged Walter Foster of the Mavericks about 4 or 5 yards downfield for another first down. In this first quarter is just going more rapidly than I've seen a game go in a long time. Only 4.5 minutes left in the quarter.
Yeah, and like we said, Freilich is now in the backfield here, getting the call from the sideline. Looks like the center, number 79 for the Shamrocks, who is Austin Dolans, the offensive lineman. Looks like he's got a cramp for
Contact Community Health at 317-355-7775 or check them out on their website at www. Start to
one of the biggest things that surprises me is when you 3rd and 15 and you have the confidence that you do as a Westfield running game.
Yeah.
3rd and 15 to run the ball shows how much confidence they have in Swedan and Freilich.
Well, both of those guys are excellent runners, and you just have to believe that the coaching staff knows that they've got a couple good runners out there. Plain and simple, rely on those guys, and they make it happen.
So out of the timeout here, Sweet under center, Freilich in the backfield. 2 on the near side. Looks he's going to throw. Got
a
it
wide
over,
open man.
Incomplete, intended for number 32, Caleb Pettijohn. Wide open over the middle.
I thought we were going to have 6 on the board there. Just barely over the fingertips of Pettijohn there.
Well, with that, it's going to be 2nd and 10. Ball on the 28-yard line. 4:18 left to play in the first.
I think that's a good call by Westfield, though, because they have been moving the ball well on the run, and the Mavericks, that's what they're expecting.
Freilich met right away in the backfield. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Did he get back to the line of scrimmage? Yeah, he's at the 20. He's at about the 25.
So under 4 minutes already left to play in the first.
We're talking about the 2 running backs, Freilich and Swedan. They're both just averaging about 3.9 per carry. 5.9 for Freilich, 5.0 for Swedan.
Which puts you in good second down position. Sweet's going to take it. He's got the offensive lineman in front of him. He's going to go to the end zone. Touchdown, Westfield. Sweet kept it himself, kept the offensive lineman in front of him. Take a look at the replay here. He goes on the far side. Has the offensive lineman right in front of him. Picks the spot, gets in the end zone.
He just saw a clear opening there that he could make it to the end zone. Of course, his first priority was getting inside the 20-yard line to try to get the first down. Just managed to go in there almost untouched.
Yeah, again, when you have an offense like Westfield does, you have to watch Manley for the deep ball. You've got two guys like Freilich and Swedan, and then of course when all else fails, Sweet can run the ball. So can't beat that.
Well, about an 8-minute, about a 7-0, which to be quite frank with you, is just almost exactly what Jake Gilbert. He's probably looking at his game plan and saying it's working.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, do what you're good at, and they are great at running the ball. There's been only 3 interceptions, but then of course you look at how many times he's actually thrown the ball. They're very picky on when they throw the ball. It's running and gunning right now.
Well, the big play of that drive happened to be the third down play, that 3rd and 15 that Swedan made.
That changed not
only got the first down, but got 5 yards extra on top of it. Picked up 20 yards on a running play, which most I don't know what's what's going on with the Mavericks here. Over at Carmel, the Fishers Tigers are ahead of the Carmel Greyhounds 3-0 in the first quarter. Another sectional 4 game from Class 6A.
Well, yeah, 3-0 right now. That's pretty great for Fishers.
Yes.
So Harrison is going to kick it off here after the touchdown. 3:29 left to the play in the first.
He went 5 yards deep into the end zone on his first kickoff. Looks like he's going to do just about the same thing there.
He has a Pat McAfee-like leg.
Yes, he does.
He is, like I said, we've seen him here before. Definitely rely on someone like him, like Harrison, especially in high school, that's great to have on your sideline.
Well, if you're at a point of panic or concern yet, but what the Mavericks really need to do in this case, Jack, is if they don't score, they at least need to take control of this ball for 4 or 5 minutes and put some yardage on.
So here come McCutchen. They go a quick pass, met right away.
Calling it incomplete.
They're going to call it incomplete. Pass intended for number 7 on the play, Gavin Dunbar, and he is met right away by the Shamrocks.
That was a very, very well-timed defensive play. Had he been a half a second earlier, it would have been pass interference. He'd been a half a second later, it would have been a completion.
Absolutely.
That was just excellent defense on the part of the Shamrocks.
So here comes McCutchen again. Williams, the quarterback. 2 in the backfield, 2 on the near side, 1 on the far side, showing motion, hands it off, looks still on his feet, met right away. Great job by number 37 for the Shamrocks. I believe that's, Justin Frey.
Austin Bennett ended up picking up about 5 or 6 yards on that play. Looks like they're going to give him to the 26, so they've got a manageable third down here at 3rd and 4.
So again, 3rd and 4. For McCutchen. So Williams, the quarterback, he's in the shotgun formation. 4 wide for McCutchen. 4 to go. Looks to the near side, throws to the sideline, complete. They're going to call it a catch.
They do call it a catch, but I believe he's going to be short of the first down by probably a yard or 2, it looks to me. It looks like they're going to probably spot it at about the 29.
So pass was complete, though, to Darren Lathrop, the number 30. But that's going to be a 4th down.
Another 3 and out in only a minute of possession time for the Mavericks.
So, again, that brings back Kobe Hauser. Coach is telling him to scoot up just a little bit. Now, keep in mind here that the Shamrocks last week had a punt block, so that's something you got to pay attention to because they are very aggressive on the special teams. A little high, but they get it away.
Nice high punt.
Kobe Hauser is going to fair catch.
Yes.
Down about the 29-yard line, and that's going to be first down for the Shamrocks.
About a 42-yard punt with no return on that. That was a good punt by the Mavericks.
And a little deja vu. I feel like we're kind of in the same spot that they started.
I was just going to say, they started at the 29 on their first possession. They're at the 29 on their second possession.
Well, the first one went really well, so hopefully they have the same success.
Almost no wind out here to contend with tonight. Is the smoke from the barbecue grills is
what they're trying to do is the visitors with that smoke that's sitting there. Oh, Freilich keeps it up. Loss of, they're probably going to match him back to the line of scrimmage. Smoke over there trying to get the McCutchen fans to go out and get a hamburger or something.
Our friends over at IHSAA.TV.com, they're out at doing the Danville Chittard game tonight. That game is tied up 7-7, I believe, in the first quarter. Loss of 1 on that play. That's odd for Freilich.
Yeah, absolutely, especially because that running backs don't stop. Sweet in the pistol, Swedan in the backfield. McCutchen showing blitz. They look, hands it off for Swedan. Swedan still on his feet. And gain of 2 on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 8 with a minute 40 already gone or left in this first quarter.
This quarter is just with the number of running plays, it's just gone so fast. The Shamrocks in the no huddle once again, trying to keep the Maverick defense on their toes and trying to prevent them from making changes. Update on that score we just gave you. Chittard has just scored. They're ahead of Danville now, 14-7.
Sweet in the shotgun. 2 on the far side, 1 on the near side. Looks, play action. Looks to throw down the middle. Incomplete, pass too high, intended for Manley, and that'll bring up 4th down.
You know, if you followed that play, Jack, number 15 from McCutchen, that being A.J. Gage, he almost had a chance to intercept that.
Yeah, it was close.
And had he intercepted that, that would have been basically the equivalent of a punt at the point where he was, because that ball was about 30, 40 yards downfield. Sweet put a lot of arm into that. First punt of the night coming up for the Shamrocks.
Harrison, the punter.
Got a late addition coming onto the field for the Rocks. 4 seconds on the play clock. They're going to get it off. Nice high punt.
As usual for Harrison.
No fair catch.
No fair catch. Met right away to the 30-yard line.
About 35, 40-yard punt with no return, so the Mavericks dodge a bullet on the second possession by the Shamrocks, and they'll get their third possession of the night, trying to go better than a 3-and-out.
Yeah, I think they did a great job, though, on defense, just that last drive for the Shamrocks. I think McCutchen did a great job there to hold them, to give them an opportunity in this game. Williams under center, 2 in the backfield. Looks going to hand it off to number 21 for McCutchen, and that's going to be Austin Bennett, the running back. And it looked like after the play, number 2, Williams, went to kind of do a fake, pretending like he had the ball, and he was met right away by a defensive lineman, and he's kind of limping a little bit.
Yeah, he went over to the sideline there, and he's gimping just a little bit coming back there, trying to run it off. They do give him a yard on the play, so it's 2nd and 9 now.
Yeah, and if your quarterback is limping a little bit, I'm going to guess it's a running play. To give him a little rest here. So Williams, there he goes, quick pass, little high, got a little nervous there, intended again for number 7, Gavin Dunbar, and he was the one that got hit last drive, so he had a little hesitation when he went up for that one the second time.
Well, had that pass been on the target, Dunbar would have had a lot of running room because there was nobody within 15 or 20 feet of him. And unfortunately for the Mavericks, it was just overthrown.
So that's going to bring up 3rd and 9, ball on the 31-yard line. 7 seconds left in the first quarter. Looks like 4 wide. It's going to put Williams in the shotgun. 10 left. Here comes Williams.
See how much mobility he's got on this play.
Williams looks, throws to the far side.
It's caught, but I think it was ruled out of bounds.
Yep, incomplete.
Incomplete, yeah.
He took a shot there,
yes, he
too.
did. He was right on the sideline there, caught the ball, but did not get a foot down in bounds, and it brings up another 4th down for the Mavericks with 2 seconds to go in the quarter.
So they ended their drive on the 30, punted it away to the 29. And so let's see. They started their drive at the 30. Let's see if Westfield can start theirs on the 29 again. Just playing a little pass and catch through the air. So here comes the punt. It's not high, but looks like Hauser's going to be able to return it. Has some room.
Hauser gets about 15 yards of that back.
Great job by Hauser. Line drive, punt, always makes an opportunity.
About a 40-yard punt, about almost a 15-yard return, and that brings us to the end of the first quarter with the score, Shamrock 7, Mavericks nothing. Say fans, from personal injury claims to complex business litigation, office at 317-773-5320, or simply visit their website at CCHALAW.com. Church, Hiddle, and Antrim. This quarter, let's see what they can do in the second, Jack.
Yeah, we're going to have the Shamrocks offense. Couldn't get the running game going last time, so it'll be interesting to see what they can do here.
Best field position of the night that they've had. Their other 2 drives started right around the 30-yard line. They're at the 45-yard line right now.
Well, an interesting update here. Austin Dolans has his pads off. He's the offensive lineman, key player to that offensive line that does such a great job. He was out that last drive, which made a big impact. They couldn't get the ball moving, so it'll be interesting to see how they keep going here. Sweet under center, looks, hands it off to Freilich. Freilich finding an option. Met right away. Gain of 2 on the play.
Mavericks trying to pry that ball loose, but unsuccessful. Freilich does a good job of hanging on to that. Drew Rutherford was one of the Mavericks in there on the tackle, trying to pry that ball loose. 2-yard gain.
So Sweet in the pistol. Freilich in the backfield. One on the near side, one on the far side. Looks, keeps it himself. Got to get around the corner. Met right away. Great tackle, open field by number 40 for McCutchen, and that's going to be Foster on the play there.
Foster probably saved at least 10 or 15 yards on that, because I think Sweet probably would have eaten down on that and more.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Great fake on his part. I thought he'd handed it to the tailback, and I'm watching the tailback, and all of a sudden I see Sweet come around toward us with the ball.
Speaking of Sweet in the pistol. He looks, hands it off to Freilich. Freilich still on his feet.
Got the first down and more.
And that's what he can do in the open field. It gives you an option.
Cole Gary
Take a look
made
at the replay.
Saving tackle on that one.
Waits, he's always patient, finds a hole,
2.
runs over.
Freilich is to bring down. Another nice third down play for the Shamrocks. Not a lot of razzle-dazzle out there so far, Jack, but the Shamrocks have been in control of this game.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think it's just really trying to figure out, especially with an offensive lineman out, what you're good at here. And Sweet in the pistol looks, hands it off to Freilich again. Freilich still on his feet, still moving.
Got a
Gets the first down and more. About 3 extra yards for the.
If he hadn't got how he breaks tackles.
I think most of it's just really patience, waiting for that opportunity, then he strikes. And right now, Sweet in the pistol, Sweetan in the backfield, 2 on the far side, one on the near side. Looks, hands it off to Sweetan. He's met right away.
Initial contact there by Walter Foster again.
So it's going to be 2nd and 9, ball on the 25, under 10 to play in the second.
Another Hamilton County sectional action tonight. Now at Carmel, it's the Greyhounds 7, the Fishers Tigers 3.
Sweet and the pistol. Looks, hands the ball off to Freilich. Freilich still on his feet, trucking right along, and it's going to be close.
Outside of the 20-yard line, and he put at least 3 more yards on there. And he is very close to a first down, probably within a yard. It looks like he's at the 17. He's got to get just short of the 16. Here he goes again.
Freilich still on his feet, pushing right along, still moving, in the end zone.
Wow.
Touchdown. Holy cow.
Talk about the second effort award. Jack, he was hit at the 15-yard line, and he had 3 or 4 different Mavericks around him, and he just kept pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing.
Oh, my
and
goodness.
away he went.
Oh, my goodness.
I thought he was going to be down between the 10 and 15-yard line.
Holy cow.
Wow.
Some plays you just don't even have words for.
Yeah. Well, that's a 55-yard series for the Westfield Shamrocks as they jump out to a 14-0 lead. And Jack, we talked game, and we were close. Things were as far as all the critical stats was the difference compared to the Mavericks, and I think that's what you're seeing in the game right now.
Yeah, I think when you have to play teams on your calendar like Noblesville, Fishers, HSC, Brownsburg, Zionsville, all those teams, you don't have an easy schedule. There's nothing easy on your schedule. And I think that's the key to a season is challenging yourself in the regular season to be ready for sectionals, regionals, and as far as your team can go.
Got a halfway decent crowd here tonight for a cool Friday night. not a full house by any means.
Well, I think it's the first day it's been cold.
Yeah.
We've been lucky with 80-degree weather.
Uh-huh.
So here comes Harrison to kick it off.
At least it's not raining.
Yeah.
Like we had earlier in the season. That one's going to go
close.
Back into the end zone. 3 kickoffs, 3 touchbacks.
And you can tell the McCutchen player really, really wants to run it out.
Yes, they would lead again. And, once again, 9 minutes, 16 seconds here in the second quarter, and they have yet to get a first down.
Yeah, it's been a struggle so far, and like we talked about right before the game, how they can try to get some points or get some momentum from this defense.
This is going to be their 4th possession.
Williams under center, looks, hands it off, looks for an option, still on his feet, gain of a couple. Austin Bennett, the running back.
Two-yard gain on that play. Well, I'll give them 3. I think they put it right at about the 23, didn't they?
Yeah. Ball on the 23, 2nd and 7.
Mavericks in desperate need of at least a first down.
Williams under center. Looks. Fumble on the play. Keeps it up.
He got the lucky bounce there.
Yes, he did. Austin Bennett's got the third down for McCutchen.
No gain on the play, but the Mavericks are probably very, very lucky they didn't lose that ball, because that ball, it bounced right in front of them and bounced right. Yeah, for a football, that's very, very odd. So we got a timeout of the field, so we'd like to remind you that Smith's Jewelers has been serving Hamilton County, including Noblesville, Fishers, Westfield, and Carmel for over 65 years. Many jewelry have come and gone, yet Smith's remains. If one were to ask how and why, the answer certainly would be jewelry selection and customer service. The knowledgeable staff at Smith's Jewelers have experience. www.smithsonthesquare.com. Timeout taken by the Maverick that time. I think their coaching staff is probably sitting there, and they're kind of feeling things unwinding a little and need to focus, Jack.
Yeah, and they haven't turned the ball over. They've been patient. It's just getting the offense going. And what you hope, this is a very important third down. With 8 minutes, 20 seconds left, you know that Westfield can chew off clock or they can run it on you. You got to get some momentum on your side before the end of this quarter.
And if they don't get a first down here, even a good punt is still going to give Westfield good field position.
Yeah, very good field position. Out of the Wildcat, looks, throws, complete. That's a first down and more. Great play by number 6 for McCutchen. That is the quarterback, Isaac Agstad. Agstad. And they're gonna keep playing him. Angstad is the quarterback. 2 on the near side, 1 on the far side. Puts it in an option formation, hands it off. Looks, met right over number 30 on the play, Darren Lathrop.
He was bent in the backfield and lost a yard on that play.
It's always dangerous with that motion offense.
But the big thing is for the Mavericks, they finally have a first down.
Yeah.
In this game, it took them until there was 7 minutes left in the half to get the first down, which was a big play for, because if they would have had a punt there, the Rocks would have had it in good field position.
So again, Angstad, the quarterback, looks to the far side, throws, interception.
That's 37 who intercepted it.
Interception by number 37 on the play for the Shamrocks, Justin Frey, and that's going to be a first down for the Shamrocks.
This has been a night so far, Jack, that the Shamrocks have been doing everything right. And I'm not going to say that the Mavericks are doing everything wrong, but they made a very critical mistake there, which could end up costing them.
They need to make sure that they limit their turnovers. That was a big factor in the very beginning, and this is not what you want right now. And Shamrocks in your territory. Freilich met right away. No gain on play.
The Maverick defense really has not played too bad at all, but it's just that between Freilich and Sudan, they've just been able to find the holes. And one of the few running plays tonight for the Shamrocks so far tonight that didn't gain any yardage.
And I think one of the other factors is their offense has not been on the field long enough, so they're starting to get tired. I mean, you can see it a little bit. I mean, they're playing tough, but they look a little bit out there.
Yeah, they've spent probably 60 or 70% of the game on the field so far.
Yeah, and again, they've done a great job holding a Rocks offense to only 14 points. So Sweet is going to be in the pistol. Sweden in the backfield. 2 on the far side. Manley on the near side. Look for the ball here. Could be an option. Always having Manley on the near side is always an option for the deep ball. Sweet gets a call from the sideline. They call a timeout here. Play clock was down.
Well, this is an interesting situation for the Shamrocks here. A third down play on the 34-yard line. Even if they don't gain another yard on this, you've got a situation where they've got an excellent field goal kicker who is definitely capable of 50, 51, 52 yards in condition.
Oh, absolutely. Someone like Harrison, you can easily give that option there for the Shamrocks, a 51-yard field goal for him.
I have to say, I'm not going to say it's an automatic field goal, but the chances are, every yard you get closer, the chances are much, much better.
Oh, absolutely.
Jake Gilbert and company just trying to figure out what they want to do here. And, the options with this team, Jack, are just – they're just almost endless. I mean, you've got the good running game. You got, I believe that's Freilich going in there in the backfield, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it looks like we're going to have 2 wideouts to the left, Manley out to the left, nobody on the right. So you wonder what if we're going to see some kind of maybe a sweep or something.
So real quick here, Manley on the near side. You've got Pepio also on the near side. Looks, hands it off. Tripped up. Freilich tripped up, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I think Freilich actually ran into a Maverick there, and unfortunately, he once that contact was made, he went down, and he can't come back up.
Right.
Well, even if there is no contact, once he's down, he's down. So we're going to have a 50-yard field goal attempt here.
And again, it's definitely doable here. And here comes the kick. It's up. It's long enough.
It's got the distance.
It's good.
It is a good one, yes. He had another 3 or 4 yards of that one, Jack. The question on that was not the distance. You could see the trajectory at it, that he had the distance. The question was he going to get it between the rights? And he was pretty, at least from our vantage point, right up there in the middle there to a 17-0 lead here with 5 minutes and 25 seconds left in the second quarter. Over at Carmel, just a few miles to our southeast right now, the Tigers have jumped back in front of the Carmel 1-0 in 6A action. 10-7, excuse me, 10-7. I had it written as 07.
see what they can do here to get some points on the board, get some energy going on that other sideline. It's a long one, and it's in the end zone.
Into the zone again.
Bring it out to the 20.
Is that the fourth kickoff for
fourth,
him?
Fourth
four in a
kickoff.
row. The other thing strategically in this game is, Jack, is the Mavericks have got 5 minutes and 25 seconds left here in the second quarter. They certainly need to take some time off the clock. At least a score of some kind would be good, because the Shamrocks will come out and get possession of the ball in the third quarter.
And they got to do something here on offense.
Everything seems to be going in favor of the green and white tonight.
And here comes the running back. Gain of nothing on the play. There's a flag.
I think that's the first flag of the game.
Yeah, I think that's a big reason why there's only 5 minutes and 16 seconds left to play in the second. Running the ball and no flags. That's going to be on the Shamrocks.
I did not see the signal, what they called. I wonder if they called. I didn't see a signal on that, Jack. Did you?
Looks like it. So it's a first down. So it looks like a holding play there, holding penalty on the Shamrocks. So it's going to be 1st and 4. 1st and 4. Ball on the 26-yard line. Under 5 to play in the second.
I don't understand how we're getting 1st and 4.
Engstad met right away.
Yeah. Unless there was some. The foul must have occurred on that after the play. A game that fans here are going to be interested in hearing about. Kokomo is ahead of Muncie Central, 21-15. The outcome of that game will dictate where the regional game is next week, and we'll talk about the scenarios for that just a little bit later.
Engstad, the quarterback, looks, hands it off, met right away once again by number 21, the running back Bennett, but met by all the Shamrocks, pretty much.
That was a plethora of Shamrocks.
Yes, it was.
Wow. Again, no gain.
Third down and 3. Ball on the 27-yard line.
And remember, 5 yards of this came on that penalty.
Yeah. 3:40 left to play in the second. Engstad again shows the option formation. They are going to hand it off. He's got the.
Oh my! I thought he was going to get the first down.
Had the first down, met right away. So the running play for Lathrop met right away by number 49 for the Shamrocks.
That's about
Tufnell.
Oh my! He's only inches away.
And it's an interesting play call here, because with 3 minutes, pretty much by the time we get this going, yeah, you need to punt the ball.
Jack, we are hearing now that the penalty on the first down play was a face mask, which would have been added on to the end of the run. So that's where they got the extra 5 yards.
And that was a big part of their offense. Low snap. Gets it away. It's a line drive.
Should be returnable.
For Hauser. He's got 3 McCutchen Mavericks.
Oh, my. He hesitated just long enough for the Mavericks to get around him. If he'd have been able to take off with that ball right away, I think he would have had him split, and he probably would have had a nice return. But as it turns out, the Shamrocks are going to take over 1st and 10, somewhere right around the 32, it looks like, with 2:39 left to go here. And keep in mind, the Shamrocks not only have the ball now, but they're going to get it for the start of the third quarter.
Right.
So if they can get a quick score here, it's really going to put them in the driver's seat.
2:39 left to play in the second quarter. Sweet hands it off. No, play action. Wide open is Sweden. And that's going to be a big first down for the Shamrocks. Sweden, not only the running back, but their second leading wide receiver. so far this year.
21-yard gain on that play all the way down to the 47-yard line of the Mavericks. And Swedan had to reach out for that ball, and he lost his balance. Otherwise, he would have had more yardage on that.
It looks like they got another flag on the play. Could be a holding call against Westfield.
It was Freilich on that, wasn't it, I think?
Yeah, Freilich.
It is a hold.
Hold on, Westfield.
It looks like that'll come from the spot of the foul, which will be at about the 46. So it should go back to about the 30, about the 44, yeah.
So
hard to do the math when you're going back and forth across the midfield line.
Ball on the 44. Sweet looks for the play on the sideline. 2:10 left to play in the second. Second and 19. 17-0 here at Riverview Health Stadium.
As things have been going for the Shamrocks so far tonight, a second and 19, or that's first and 19.
Yeah.
This is not undoable.
Sweet hands it off to Swedan. Swedan still on his feet. And as we've seen, you never end the play till the whistle blows.
And there's another flag.
Yeah, now it looks like it'll be on the Shamrocks again.
Will it be on the Shamrocks, or do we have a maybe a face mask on that? Because the flag is at the 50, well beyond the play. Personal foul.
Personal foul, wow.
On the Mavericks. That's going to add 15 yards onto the end of that. I don't remember if that's an automatic first down in high school or not. I'm being told it is not.
Oh, now it's going back.
Oh, it's going against the Shamrocks. I thought he pointed initially that it was against McCutchen, but a huge penalty here.
I'm not sure why it went back.
It was personal foul, 15 yards. I did not see the foul itself, so that'll make it. So that'll make it second and 31.
I was going to say I'm going to call it long.
Yeah.
Swedan still on his feet.
Did you notice the block or the tackle that Matthew Tungate made?
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm calling the wrong guy there. I got the wrong roster up here. Walter Foster made on Swedan. He just gave him a big bear hug and lifted him up off the ground, so he couldn't get those feet down to keep rolling.
Well, that's one way to stop him from moving. Stop the feet moving. 50 seconds left to play in the second.
Third and 23.
I think what they're trying to do here is just run the clock out because they are going to get it back in the third quarter. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Even if they call a timeout now.
A timeout Westfield here. I think that's their final timeout.
Yes, they got a time pending on what the play is. If they do run a running play, they will not have to. They will not have to take another snap,
right?
Unless the Mavericks take a timeout and use one of their two last timeouts. So, just to kind of recap what's been going on here tonight, Jack. It's been all white and gold so far.
Yes, it has, and I think if you're McCutchen, you should be very happy that it's only 17-0 going into half.
Well, the way the Shamrocks have played so far, they have played with the exception of this drive, they have played extremely well. They've kind of shot themselves in the foot with a couple penalties here on this drive, but the way things have gone, 3rd and 23 could very well be a makeable play for them.
Oh, absolutely.
But the question will be now, will Sweet put the ball up or will he keep it on the ground? And my guess is I think he'll keep it on the ground because I don't think he wants that clock to stop.
No, so you got Sweet in the pistol formation. Swedan and Freilich in the backfield. Looks, hands it off to Freilich. Met right away in the middle of the pile there. I'm going to say that takes us to halftime.
Yeah, there's 26 seconds left. I don't see McCutchen calling for a timeout, so the Shamrocks will not have to play, will not have to do another play in this half. And that is exactly what is going to happen. So we can, I think, pretty much officially say at the end of the half, it's the Westfield Shamrocks 17.
He called it. He called the timeout.
Did they call a timeout?
Yep.
Yes, 2 seconds left.
Yep.
Maybe they're just thinking, well, maybe we can get something on a punt.
Well, the problem now is that because you left so little time, if I'm Coach Gilbert and they're going to play that game, why not throw it long? Let's see what you got. Let's see what we can do here.
Yeah, there's really no harm.
Right. There's no harm in running a play here. So instead of giving them a little bit longer of time and calling the timeout with only 2 seconds, a little screen pass, or you've seen the running game tonight, why not try something? It only takes two. One play is over.
I totally agree, and I think it was kind of maybe a little bit of a foolish move on the part of the Mavericks. If they were going to use a timeout,
10 seconds left.
You know, they should have called it right away.
Right.
And then they would have had one timeout left because they've already used one, and the scoreboard hasn't been updated. But as it is, there's 2 seconds on the clock. They do have one timeout left, which is a moot point right now.
Right.
Because all the Shamrocks have to do is one of two things: run some kind of a play. If there is not a penalty, not an offensive penalty or a defensive penalty, the quarter is over. Sweet takes a knee.
Oh, good.
Officially, that will count as a loss of yardage, but it'll affect the statistics. So here we are. We're halfway home here in Westfield at Riverview Health Stadium, and it's the Shamrocks ahead of the Mavericks, 17-0. Couple scoring updates here that we have in Hamilton County. Right now, I believe I got Carmel over Fishers at 14-10. Danville is ahead of Chittard 27-14. In the other game that will have an effect on the outcome of this game, Kokomo ahead of Muncie Central 21-15. I'm Brad Silbert along with Jack Russell. We'll be back with the second half shortly.
IHSAA, in partnership with Blue Frame Technology, is pleased to announce that you can now watch your favorite IHSAA sports on the all-new IHSAA TV Apple TV app. Watch live or search through thousands of archived broadcasts. Have an older Apple TV? You can still watch on your TV by going to AirPlay on your iOS device and choosing Apple TV. Download the new Apple TV app now in the Apple TV App Store.
We all have our own story about community.
I truly feel that each doctor, technician, and nurse have the same goal: provide exceptional care and make it simple.
Because of my chronic illness, I have an entire team on my side.
With Community's MyChart, I keep track of everything.
When Community says exceptional care, simply deliver it. Those aren't just 4 words at the end of a TV spot.
It's at the end of a TV spot.
Telling you to believe every word.
You know, when Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage: Logan Street signs and banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
navigation at Community is a lot like sailing. Navigators have to read the wind without seeing the wind.
Breast Care Navigator will follow the patient and their family through the continuum of care.
My nurse navigator was always there.
Just to be an advocate for that patient.
You need the biggest support system that you can, and to know that you have one other person there who can help you through it is definitely something that is amazing.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Brad Silbert along with Jack Russell. We got about 5 or 6 minutes before the second half begins here, and we are joined by Richie Hall of the Hamilton County Reporter. First of all, Richie, I know you and I were talking out in the hallway there, and let's give everybody a little update on how our good buddy Don Jellison's doing.
Don is doing better. Right now, he's still in the hospital, but he is continuing to recover well. It's just basically a matter of getting his strength back, and I know that his family does appreciate all the thoughts and prayers that have been given to Don over the past few weeks. So just continue to keep him in your thoughts, and I know that he wants to be back out covering sports again very soon. So
well, we're glad to hear that, and hope he's doing well. Your thoughts on the first half of this game?
Kind of as I expected. I got comments from Jake Gilbert for the pre-game, and he said that they definitely respect McCutchen, their 8-2 record, and things like that. And I think that they've been passing pretty well. They've been running pretty well. I was impressed by Nate Freilic's touchdown. I think he was dragging about 5 McCutchen kids with him.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, Jack and I were saying the same thing. He dragged about he dragged about 500 or 600 pounds of McCutchen beef for about 10 or 15 yards there to make that play.
Yeah, I should try for weightlifting in the Olympics next time around or something like that. But yeah, that's kind of. I got a chance to see him play a couple times. That's kind of what he does. He goes out there and he kind of is the power rusher for them. And then, Andy Sweet's been doing pretty well, and I'm impressed by Will Harrison kicking the 50-yard field goal. That's something that I've seen him kick long distances before. So that's something that it's always kind of neat to. At the same time, that he's capable of that.
We're joined by Richie Hall of the Hamilton County Reporter, of course, the daily internet paper here, serving Hamilton County and northern Indianapolis. We're kind of at a transition time right now, Richie, going from the high school fall season into the winter season. Still got a couple hoping that they're going to be playing about another 3 or 4 weeks and end up down in the Dome and at Lucas Oil Stadium. Do you think they got a shot at it?
I think they do. I think, if they can hang on with this game, they'll play either Kokomo or Muncie Central. I know Kokomo got them in the regional last year, and they were leading the last time I saw Kokomo.
Yeah, last we've got it. We've got Kokomo ahead of Muncie Central 21-15.
Yeah. So
let's talk a little bit about the winter. What do you see as exciting coming up this winter as far as the winter sports?
I've gotten a chance to. We've already started the girls' basketball season, and I've gotten a chance to go to a couple games. Hamilton Heights playing Brownsburg, and then the big one, Noblesville playing Lawrence North last night. I'm really excited about the girls' basketball season. I've been hearing that there's a lot of talent that's all over the place. I'm thinking. In fact, I was thinking out who I would name as like a preseason top 5, and I think there's pretty much like a preseason first team or preseason second team. And I'm thinking there's players from pretty much every school that could be named for the named on. Donna Buckley said that she thought they played them better than they have ever since they started playing them 5 or 6 years ago. Noblesville's kind of a little bit of a younger team. They're going to miss their seniors from last year. And they got a lot of sophomores and freshmen playing at varsity now. So
yeah, they don't have quite the depth that they've had in the last couple of years. Brooke Heron and Emily Kaiser, they're not going to. They're great players, but they're not going to be able to. I'm trying to remember the gal from Lawrence North last night.
Destiny Perkins.
Destiny. Oh wow. Yeah. What a player. She was all over the place.
She was, and I was impressed by their Trinity Brady, too. She, I think she had like 19 points or something.
Mm-hmm.
My thinking is that you're just probably going to have to give Noblesville's girls a little bit of time to get used to because this is like a whole nother level for them. In fact, last year, so. And I'm looking forward to seeing Carmel. I've heard a lot of things about their team.
Yeah, and we've got another game coming up tomorrow night. We'll have the Pendleton Heights Arabians coming here to Westfield. We'll be bringing everybody that game here on Hometown and Hamilton County Television. Pick me. Who do you think will win the conference? You got any ideas or?
I just think, and this is kind of not knowing what the teams outside of the county have, because Brownsburg, when I saw them play Heights, they looked okay. They were missing a point guard. I'm not sure what Avon has. I know Zionsville has got a young team coming back from a team that won sectionals last year. I would think HSC might be favored because they have Breloy, who's a senior, and I think she is one of the best players in the county. I really enjoy watching her play. They have some good freshmen that are coming in, and
yeah. Well, like in any other situation, Richie, I know both Hamilton Southeastern boys and girls teams last year were decimated by injuries, and staying healthy is just so important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I know that's what happened. That's what's happening in the high schools right now. They were missing two girls from their opener last year, December. You could tell they could probably use them against a team like Brownsburg. Hopefully when they get back in January, they'll be able to.
How are you feeling about the boys teams coming up this year?
I think there'll be some good teams. I haven't really had a chance to sit back and try and think about who's coming back. I've been kind of focused on girls basketball first, but once I sit down and see who's practicing and see who's coming back, I think we'll have a better idea. I don't think you can ever count on Carmel from that. HSC, I'd love to see what Zach Gunn can do. Noblesville has, they graduated John Kaiser, obviously, but they're going to have a lot of kids coming back this year. I'm curious to see what Mason Sheridan have, so, it'll be fun.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. That's Richie Hall of the Hamilton County Reporter. Richie, we thank you for joining us tonight. And when you see Don, make sure you tell him that everybody at hometown we're thinking about and we're pulling for him. And we'll see you at many of the events that we're going to be doing. We're going to be covering a lot of high school basketball this year, both boys and girls. We thank you for stopping by.
Okay,
Richie Hall from the Hamilton County Reporter.
Okay.
Here's a reminder, fans. Logan Street Signs and Banners specializes in last-minute signage and banners. Serving Noblesville and Hamilton County since 1992. Contact them at 317-7200 or visit them at their website at www.loganstreetsigns.com. Jack Russ back here into the studio and join us for the second. Yeah, they got the right boogie and music for us, don't they?
Awesome.
Well, it's evening, and the Shamrocks will get the ball back here to start the second. Shamrocks are going to be able to control it better.
Yeah, and it'll really depend. I think the momentum for the second half will all depend on how this first series goes on the offensive side for the Shamrocks. I think that's one of the most important parts. I want to thank real quick as we get ready to do this kickoff. I want to thank all of you for watching. I want to thank all of our crew here tonight. And we want to thank Westfield. Obviously, when you think Westfield, you think hospitality. We've got beat-ups. We have pizza. We've got chili. We've got, a buffet of almost anything and everything. We want to thank Westfield for all their great hospitality here tonight.
Looks like this one's going to be returnable from the 5.
Met right away. And that was number 32 on the carry for the Shamrocks, and that's going to be what looks like here it's going to be Sean Skies. And that's going to bring out the offense for the Shamrocks.
I have not seen any official halftime statistics, but in 24 minutes of football in the first half, Jack, it would not surprise me that the Shamrocks did not have the ball at least 18 minutes of that. At least 18 to 20 minutes of that.
Absolutely. 100%. So here comes Sweet under center. Looks. He's going to play action. Looks down the middle of the field. It's a high one. A little too high. And pass intended for number 14 on the play. That's Clint Hostler. And that's going to bring up second down.
Interesting call for the first play of the second half, Jack. The history, of course, with the Shamrocks and what they've been doing all season, and what they did most of the first half was run, and they come out throwing, and Sweet just barely overthrew that.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those things. The first play, you may think run, as they thought maybe they could beat them deep, but like we talk about, stick with what you're good at and get it going. Play action. Sweet with the ball. Keeps it himself.
He's
got a
got some
blocker in
room.
front. Here he goes to the 35, 40.
One to beat now.
45, 50. Down to about the 47-yard line. Big first down for the Shamrocks.
There was nobody over on the left side of the field to get him.
Yeah,
and,
right here.
He had plenty of room, and at the end there, he actually only had one guy to beat, and he might have gone all the way. But as it is, he's at the 50-yard line with about a 30-yard gain.
Yeah, and great job there by the Shamrocks. They want to keep this momentum going. Sweet in the pistol. Looks. Hands it off to Freilich. Freilich's down the middle, still on his feet.
Another great job by Freilich there. He got to about the 45-yard line, ran into a couple McCutchen defenders, bounced back, turned around, and got another 2 yards on top of that for about a 7-yard gain and a very doable 2nd and 3.
Yeah, 2nd and 3, 11:20 left. Sweet in the pistol. Looks, got 2 on the near side. Here comes the pressure. Keeps it to Freilich. Freilich still on his feet. First down and more. Pushing it around. Still up.
A little wrestling for the ball there.
And really, it's no problem on the McCutchen side. Number 5 for McCutchen. You have to hold on tight when you're trying to tackle Freilich.
Yeah.
And I think that's just something he was trying to do there.
We saw earlier that what McCutchen doing in a couple of those plays is they were just physically lifting the guys off of the ground so they couldn't get the feet in their traction, and that was about the only way they could stop them.
Right, and again, one of the best things that the Shamrocks do on offense is that they keep their feet moving. Well, it's hard to keep your feet moving when they're not on the ground. So, Sweet in the pistol formation, Swedan in the backfield, 2 on the near side, 2 on the far side. Looks, quick pass, caught. And got it for number 32 on the play there, Sean Skies.
Nice catch by Skies.
Yeah, great quick pass there.
Gains about not first down. Once again, the Shamrocks are just moving up the field at will.
So Sweet out of the shotgun. Swedan is the running back. 2 on the far side, 1 on the near side. McCutchen shows blitz. Looks, hands it off to Swedan. Swedan still on his feet. To
That's
the 20,
some running room.
to the 15, to the 10, to about the 9-yard line, and he is hurt.
No,
he is
case
hurt.
Where
He is hurt.
Yes, he is. He's rolling in agony down there. Oh, he's up.
He is up, and it looked like when the player tackled him from behind, his feet got kind of caught underneath.
It tackled him.
He's getting looked at right now.
A good tackle on the part of Cole Williams, but what he did is I don't know if he maybe
and definitely his foot.
stretched a muscle on that, twisted an ankle or whatever. But
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I think you're hit your wires.
So Sweet in the pistol formation. Freilich in the backfield. Looks, hands off to Freilich. Freilich over the middle. Still on his feet. Looking. He's got in. Touchdown, Shamrocks. Nice job by Freilich to stay on his feet. Touchdown. Take a look at the replay again. About the 5-yard line is when his opportunity to go down was, and he didn't stay. Great touchdown there for the Shamrocks with 9 minutes, 30 seconds left to play in the third.
so the Shamrocks now out to a 23-0 lead.
I think it's a shirt in your headset. Check. Move your wire a little bit.
And the extra point's good.
So 24-0, 9:30 left.
I want to thank our sponsors here, and I want to thank Mark Hairbrandt, County Commissioner, District 3. Some of the accomplishments by Mark Hairbrandt and his commissioners there as well. They collaborated with the City of Fishers, Noblesville, and the state of Indiana to secure $100 million for the State Road 37 improvement. The Association of Indiana Counties 2015 Award for Outstanding Commissioner Team. 2014 Indiana Association of County Commissioners for the Ivy Tech Project in Noblesville. The I want to thank Mark Hairbrandt, our county commissioner.
You know, we talked about this at the end of the half there, Jack, how, you know, that last score that the Shamrocks got, the fact that they were going to get the ball to begin with in the second half, they get it for 2.5 minutes, and they've already scored.
Yeah, 24-0. McCutchen coming off the again, like I said, that first drive out of the second half was really going to dictate how the second half goes, and Westfield didn't give up. They get the points on the board. Now McCutchen needs to respond on this drive.
Well, and hopefully the running back situation will be okay here. I'm looking down on the sideline to see where he is at, and I don't see him down there.
Hands off to number 21. Still on his feet to the 25. Met right away. Great job there by number 21 for McCutchen, Austin Bennett.
Austin Bennett with a nice 7-yard gain there. One of the better runs that the Mavericks have had from scrimmage.
And again, like I said, they need to respond here.
They certainly do. I think they've only got one first down tonight so far, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think one or two. So here we go now. Engstad hands it off again. Tries to find a hole right away by the Shamrocks. Run by, again, number 21, Bennett.
I don't think they gained anything on that. If anything, they may have lost a half a yard on that because they're putting it down right on the 27 again. So now it's a 3rd and 3.
So under 9 minutes left in the third. 3rd and 3, ball on the 27-yard line.
The Mavericks just cannot seem to get anything going tonight.
Engstad is the quarterback in the shotgun formation. 2 on the near side, 1 on the far side. Option formation, hands it off again, trying to get a yard and doesn't.
He needed 3. He's lucky if he got back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up another 4th down for the Mavericks, Jack.
Great job by Hank Grenda for the Shamrocks. Knowing and watching the play right away, picks it up, and great job there to get a 4th down here. And again, that'll probably get us to about 8:10 left in the third, 4th and 3. That puts us back Hauser on the number 22 back to receive the punt. And McCutchen's going to send it away here. Line drive for Hauser.
That's going to bounce and pick it up at the 28.
Hauser's going to take it to the 35, probably the 39-yard line.
Nice little return there by Hauser. He had about 3 or 4 Mavericks right around him, and he was able to elude them, and they finally got a hold of him about the 35-yard line, and he still put 4 more yards on there. So the Shamrocks starting off in very, very good field position, 1st and 10 at their own 39.
Yeah, like you said, great field position again for the Shamrocks, up 24-0. 7:47 left in the third, 1st and 10, ball on the 39-yard line. Sweet in the pistol, Freilich in the backfield. Sudan still out, taking a look at him on the sideline. Hands it off to Freilich. Freilich finds an option, keeps his feet moving. Gain of 1 on the play.
But that took 3 Mavericks to bring him down.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. And an interesting thing going on right now with Sudan. One of those things where do you keep him in or do you let him rest? Freilich on the outside, still on his feet to the 40, to 45, and met right away at about the 45-yard line.
Still managed to get 5 yards out of that thing on that end around, and probably actually ran about 25 yards to pick up 5 by the time he went just about straight down the 40-yard line before he started moving up.
Yeah, about 15 yards east to west.
Yeah, a 3rd and 4 now for the Shamrocks.
3rd and 4, Sweet in the pistol, Freilich in the backfield. 2 on the near side, 1 on the far side. Gets a call from the sideline. That puts Manley on the far side. Pepio on the near side along with Pettijon. Sweet looks, hands it off to Freilich. Freilich looking for some options, doesn't see any.
Not going to make it this time.
And that's going to bring a fourth down, but really smart move to keep the clock moving here for the Shamrocks, just trying to get this clock all the way down so that they can move on to the next round.
I think this will only be the second punt of the night for the Shamrocks, if I'm correct.
And, of course, we saw the 50-yard field goal by Harrison. We know that he has an option to kick it. Here comes the punt.
Almost blocked.
Almost blocked, the high one.
Out of bounds. That's my guess somewhere. They're putting it out of bounds at, let's see, how far is he going to go? About to the 30, maybe? About the 31, 32-yard line.
And that's kind of the same field position I had last time here, at the 32-yard line. So it'll be interesting to see again. Trying to get something going on offense. I think one of the big factors is Williams was hopping or leaning on that leg in the first half, and he hasn't been back, and I think that's been a big factor on getting this offense moving.
Well, Harrison was rushed on that punt, and he was probably lucky to get that off.
Quick handoff.
Could have been a lot worse than it was.
On the run by Ben. And really not very many running standpoint here.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to go around what would be the right side of the defensive line of the Shamrocks, and they just have not had a lot of success with it.
Yeah, you have some people you want to try to avoid on that defensive side for the Shamrocks. You've got Garrett, and you also have Skelton on the near side. You gotta be careful when you run that way. Quick pass here. Incomplete. Pass intended for number 83 on the play, Drew Davis, the tight end.
First attempt at Drew for the night.
And I think even if he caught it, he still wouldn't have gained anything there.
He probably would have lost something.
Yeah.
He was back at the 30-yard line, and he had two Shamrocks all over him. Here's a score that's very important to this game. Kokomo is ahead of Muncie Central now, 28-27.
And
very tight one up there.
And that plays a big factor in next week.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So here come the Mavericks. Again in that option formation. Hands off again to number 21. He's met right away, Bennett. That's going to bring up fourth down.
Once again, a 3 and out for the Mavericks.
And just nothing going right now. It's the same formation, same loss of 1 or 2, and then they punt the ball away. And you know if you're the Shamrocks that right now you just want to chew up that clock, so start running the ball, and we'll see how this goes. So here comes the punt. Hauser to return. High punt over his head. He does get it off. It takes a McCutchen bounce, too.
Wow.
So he picked the ball up at the 10-yard line. I can't believe he punted it away.
Well, what is really amazing about that, Jack, so many times, especially in high school and college, with the knee down rule, the player will end up getting down on the knee. I was very, very surprised that he even got any kind of a kick out of there. So the Shamrocks still come up with excellent field position at the McCutchen 41.
3 on the near side. Manley on the near side. Looks like still on his feet here. I want to say that's Freilich.
Yeah,
again.
Freilich. Johnny Swadan is sitting down on the bench there, right behind the big K. And as the defense came off the field, he did stand up and gave him some high fives. So he is not real mobile, but he is moving around.
Yeah, I think from a coaching standpoint, you always your players always want to be in those sectional games, but you got to be ready for next week. Sweet in the pistol, looks to pass. Quick pass, dumps it over to Freilich. Freilich still on his feet, met right away. And probably loss of one on the play.
That was Adam Jeffries, who had his arms right around Freilich from the moment he caught that ball.
And that's going to bring up 3rd and 5. 3 minutes left to play in the third. Ball on the 36-yard line. Sweet gets the call from the sideline.
Still 21 seconds on the play clock. Sweet's done a good job of using the clock so far in this game.
Going to have Pope and Pettijohn on the near side. Manley on the far side, along with Hostler. And
they're going to have to call a timeout. Yeah, they were down to 2 seconds. 2 seconds on the definitely had to call the timeout. Hey, Jack, let's talk just a little bit about something near and dear to your heart, the Westfield Chamber of Commerce, our feature sponsor for tonight's game. What's going on over there at the Chamber?
Well, this year, the Westfield Chamber of Commerce celebrating 35 years of serving the business community here in Westfield. A lot of great things going on. Over 60 new members so far this year. Along with that, one of the biggest awards nights in Westfield is the Lantern Awards. And one of the things this year is you can nominate anybody and everybody for Community Volunteer of the Year, Citizen of the Year. You can go to lantern-awards.org and click on Nominate. And anybody in the community here in Westfield, feel free to nominate them.
I think they ought to have a category for Volunteer Announcer of the Year. I'll nominate you.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Well, you know, I can remember many years ago when I worked for GTE coming down here when their headquarters was up here on the north end of Westfield, and this was just kind of a sleepy little town, and boy, it has just grown up and just improved immensely. What a great city.
It's gone from a sleepy town to a grand city with no pun intended.
Yes, it has. Great place to live.
Sweet. Still on his feet.
Got a first down.
First down, though, for the Shamrocks.
Here's a score update from over at Carmel. Greyhounds have scored on a safety and are now ahead of the Fishers Tigers 16-10. And once again, latest we've heard on Kokomo and Muncie Central is the Kokomo Wildcats are ahead of the Muncie Central Bears 28-27. That game will have an effect on this game for next week's opponents.
Sweet hands the ball off, and he bulldozes over.
Amazing. Just amazing.
Michael Brown, the running back. And here he goes again.
Watch what they have to do to tackle Brown. They have to lift him up and push him to the ground to stop him. They don't get him off his feet, he's got another 3 or 4 yards.
Oh, yeah.
These Westfield running backs are just, wow, are they powerful.
So that's going to bring up second down here, 2nd and 3. Manley on the far side. Brown now the running back. Sweet in the pistol. Newstifer on the near side.
Clock is stopped for some reason. Now they're rolling the clock again.
So Sweet looks left. Goes, hands it off to Brown again. Brown still on his feet.
Very close to a first down. Looks like they're going to maybe mark him somewhere between the 21 and 22. I think he's got to get almost to the 21 for a first.
That's going to be close.
3rd and less than a yard.
3rd and inches.
Good news in the sideline down there. I no longer see Johnny Swadan sitting on the bench there. He is up and about, so that is obviously good news for the Shamrocks.
Yeah, great news for the Shamrocks.
He's right there by the 30-yard line marker.
Sweet the pistol. And the pistol gets it to Brown, and Brown's met. He may have gotten close.
I don't think they're giving him any gain at all, at least the way the side judge looks over here.
Nope. And they're not going to give it to him, but they're going to go for it here on fourth. Why not?
Do they go for it, or do they kick the field goal here?
I think to get this clock all the way down to 0, you've done a great job with your defense so far tonight, holding them to, 2 first downs. Why not? 4th and inches.
Got an official's timeout on the field for some, must be an equipment adjustment or something going on out there. Looks to me like offensive lineman Chan Ree has got some kind of an equipment malfunction. So 4th and what would appear to be probably
a half inch,
maybe maybe 6 inches at the most. The yard markers are a couple yards back from the sideline, but it would appear as though they've got to get to the 21, and they're going to get that plus more.
He was close.
Very close.
But again, like you talked about with these running backs, he was met at the 5-yard line and made his way all the way to almost into the end zone.
Watch this movement here.
Again, take a look at the replay. Gets contacted about that 7-yard line, puts him all the way down to
his momentum got him down to about the 1-foot line. And they're in.
Touchdown. Brown with the touchdown for the Shamrocks with 17 seconds left in the third. That'll give them a 30-0 lead over the Mavericks.
Well, I think we can officially
with 12 more minutes left.
Well, I think we can almost officially call this a clinic tonight.
Yes.
The Shamrocks have shown the Mavericks how to play football tonight. There's just no doubt about it.
Absolutely.
And I don't mean that derogatorily toward McCutchen.
Yep.
Well, that puts the extra point up.
Yeah, and with that gives them a 31-0 over the Mavericks with 17 seconds left in the third.
Well, let's talk about the scenarios for next week now, Jack. Muncie Central. And if the Shamrocks don't give up the 31-0 lead that they've got right now, there will be another game Friday night here at Riverview Health Field. Now, if Muncie Central does come back and beats Kokomo, that game, a game between the Shamrocks and Muncie Central, would be at Muncie Central. And as of right now, what Jim Wofford has committed for Friday night, you will be here to bring that game to everybody.
I will be here
on hometown television, and I will be over with Perry Williams at Noblesville High School for a basketball game. So we'll have a simultaneous doubleheader on for
with
for
two
fans.
different sports.
Yes, coming up. But those are the scenarios. So in order to have another game here next week on Friday night, Kokomo needs to win. First one that didn't go to the zone.
First one that didn't go to the end zone. Still on his feet. About the 25-yard line.
24-yard run back there. Kickoff return.
And McCutchen, again, hasn't gotten a lot going on offense so far, but I think it's an opportunity, 31-0. I think it's an opportunity as well to see what your younger players can do and see if there's any options there as well. Engstad, the quarterback, under center. One on the near side. Two in the backfield. Engstad looks, hands it off. Goes to the outside. Tries to get around and gain of 1 on the play. Running play for number 21, Austin Bennett.
Bennett's been pretty busy carrying the ball tonight, but he hasn't put a lot of yardage on the ball.
No, and with that brings us to the fourth quarter with the Westfield Shamrocks lead 31-0 over the Mavericks.
Fans Noblesville Trophy offers a large range of products, including sports trophies. Corporate provides you with same-day service for those last-minute decisions. Contact them at 317-7391 or check them out on NoblesvilleTrophies.com. And if too small or too big, for Indiana Restoration Services. Whether you're a homeowner or a large business experiencing water, fire, or storm, or just a homeowner who simply wants a good carpet cleaning, Indiana Restoration Service has you covered. Contact from advancing to the regional against either Kokomo or Muncie Central.
Yeah, very exciting times right now in Westfield. We want to thank all of our viewers tonight, along with our crew here tonight, for joining us. And exciting time here at Riverview Health Stadium.
A beautiful night for football. The guys up on the roof are probably a little bit chilly. It's fortunately it's not windy. It's a little cool out there, but not too windy.
Well, they do a great job for us upstairs. Quick pass, catch. That's Angstad quickly over to number 7, Dunbar, for the first down.
That was a nice pass there. One of the better plays that the Mavericks have been able to put together tonight. In that, I believe that is their second first down of the evening, isn't it?
I believe so, second or third. Yep.
Unfortunately for the Mavericks, they just have not been able to move the ball against this very, very stingy Shamrock defense.
And that's something we talked about at the very beginning of the show, is how if this Mavericks team could do anything with this defense. Again, here comes.
And he got to the 40 and ran into a brick wall there.
Yes, he did. Again, number 21, the running back, Bennett.
As I said earlier, Austin Bennett, he's been busy, and he has earned every possible yard that he could get.
So here we go again. Angstad under center. Looks, hands the ball off.
I think that was Giovanni Robo. Nope, I'm sorry.
So the runner there, number 30 on the play, Darren Lathrop.
Bill, zoom out because Lucas' camera's down. Did we get camera plugged in? Lucas' camera's down.
Having a little bit of camera difficulty here. We apologize for that. Got everything hopefully back to normal now. 3rd and 5.
Angstad under center. Looks, goes to the near side, looks to throw. Going to take it himself. Met right away by the Shamrocks. Great job there by number 89 on the play for the Shamrocks. That'll be well with the sack.
5'11" sophomore. All 205 pounds of him coming down on the quarterback.
Good job, Bill. That was a good shot.
See if the Mavericks can get a punt off a little better this time than they did last time.
So here they go. The Mavericks to punt the ball once again. Hauser to receive the punt. They look, get the punt off here.
Nice
it's a high
punt.
one.
Beautiful
Good punt.
Back to the 15-yard line.
Hauser looks for some options. Still on his feet. Oh, just tripped up there by number 40 for McCutchen. That'll be. And here come the Shamrock offense.
Shamrocks with a 31 to nothing lead at this point. 9 minutes, 30 seconds left in this game. We have not heard anything more from the Kokomo-Muncie Central game. The last we have on that is a 28-27 lead for the Kokomo Wildcats.
And secretly, you kind of want to root for the Kokomo Wildcats so we can have another game here.
Well, especially if you're a if you're a Shamrock fan,
you want it to be here, right here. Here comes Sweet out of the shotgun. Hands it off, looks for an option, gets through a couple yards there. Great job by number 26 for the Shamrocks.
Nathan Nguyen?
Nguyen, yep.
I believe that's how that's pronounced.
And into the game as well. Sweet will sit on the bench here with obviously heading into the fourth quarter, and that's going to bring in Cameron Nance, who again last week got playing time in the sectional game. So exciting stuff here for some of the next men up here for the Shamrocks. Nance in the pistol. Still on his feet. Moves to the 40, to the 50, trying to keep it up and down to about the 32-yard line. Great job by number 28 on the play for the Shamrocks. Take a look at the replay here. Great job blocking. One person to beat, couldn't get around him.
Drew Torres saved the touchdown there.
But great job there, Shamrocks. I keep saying 26. It might be 28, actually.
I believe it was 28.
I apologize, yeah. And that's going to be Henson. Ball loose.
Picked up by the Shamrocks. Was a completion.
Great job. Great awareness there by number 80 for the Shamrocks. That's Mike Smith.
I think the initial receiver on that was Tanner Nichols. And I don't know if he dropped the ball or the ball got jarred loose, but the Shamrocks recovered, and they're in excellent position here in the red zone at the 15.
8:20 left in the fourth. Ball on the 15-yard line. 1st and 10. Nance, the quarterback.
As soon as we hear more about that Kokomo-Muncie Central score, we'll pass it on to you.
Henson gets the ball. Finds an option, still to the 10, down to about the 6-7 yard line. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Dorian Henson getting a little playing time that he probably normally would not have gotten. About 7.5 minutes left in this one. Shamrocks in no hurry to get a playoff here. They're going to use all of that 40-second clock that they can.
Yeah, 4 left. 3, 2. Nance
gets it off.
Hands it off to Henson. Henson has an option here to about the 4-yard line.
Finally run out of bounds at the 3. It looks like...
and you know what? So that's going to bring up 1st down here, 1st and goal. Ball on the 3-yard line. Under 7 left in the fourth.
Once again, the Shamrocks not in any hurry to get this playoff, as long as they get it in under the clock. Caught in the backfield for the first time. That was Cole Garrett for the Mavericks. He lost 2. Right around 6 minutes by the time this next play starts.
So it's going to be 2nd down here for the Shamrocks. And again, just taking their sweet time, letting the clock wind down here. Nance in the pistol, 2 on the far side. Henson in the backfield. Low snap. Nance is going to keep it himself.
He's going to lose about 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Yeah, low snap there. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Well, they started on the 3-yard line, backed it up with a loss to a 5-yard line. Then with that play, they're the 7-yard line. So
they've gone from 1st and goal at the 3,
right.
2nd and goal at the 5, 3rd and goal at about the 7.
So I'm not a betting guy, but I imagine you have a pretty high possibility of 4th and 9. But see what Nance can do here.
Well, I think any way you look at it, they're probably going to run it to the right to maybe try to line it up for the field goal attempt.
They hand it off to the right side. Henson.
You're right. It's going to be 4th and goal at the 9. That's amazing. Yeah, the most important thing, of course, is that they have taken a lot of time off the clock. We're below 5 minutes. And at this point,
let it go all the way down, call timeout.
Probably call a timeout and then make a decision as to whether they're going to try for a field goal. Not yet. I mean, there's about 5 seconds left before it'll be called. There we go.
There it goes.
So there's 4 minutes, 31-0. Other scores that we have right now, Carmel is ahead of Fishers, 16-10. Our friends at IHSAA TV doing the Danville-Chittard game where Danville, last report, was ahead of Chittard 27-14. That's a little bit of a surprise. And Kokomo, Muncie Central won at 28-12. Look right here. It looks like week.
Definitely.
And they will be. Okay, so now we have an update on that score. Kokomo has just scored, and it is now 35-27. Don't know how much time there is left in that one, but that at least makes that a 1 or 2 possession game. And it looks like the Shamrocks are going to go for 3 here, Jack.
Yeah, smart move on their part, just to put a little bit more points on the board here with 4:29 left in the fourth. Harrison, pretty much a chip shot, and it's good. 4 left to play in the fourth. Shamrocks lead 34-0.
I'd like to thank all of our viewers, regardless of where you're watching us tonight, however you're watching us, if watching us on the website, watching us on one of the various outlets that we have to get these games to you. We really appreciate you, whatever. Let us know you're watching tonight.
Absolutely.
Yeah. App. I'm going to get that right one of these.
Yeah, so if you're following us, tweet us at HC Television. Let us media.
We'd also like to thank the fine staff here at Westfield High School. Bill Davis, Andy Tebby, the athletic directors here. Their hospitality is always second to none here at Westfield.
Absolutely.
Provide us with an excellent facility and just a great group of people. Always look forward to coming over here, regardless of whether it's a football game, a basketball game, a soccer game, whether it's softball, baseball. They do it all right here at Westfield. And speaking of things going right, it looks like McCutchen.
5-yard line. Helmets lost and everything.
Well, the other thing that's coming up here for the Shamrocks is Rocks and Jen Smith. They've got a game tomorrow night. That game's going to be on about 7:30. You and I will be back here tomorrow night, only we're going to be in the comfort of the gymnasium and not at the mercy of the weather. And our great camera crew tonight, we've got time. It was getting a little chilly out there, and I'm not feeling it in here. I'm perfectly comfortable. That's true.
Again, great pass and catch here.
Shamrocks just trying going here, and hope we would like to get out of here with and get that 0 off of the scoreboard. But seriously, we'd like to thank all of our hometown sports crew, our executive director, Jim Wofford, our man Ben over to our left, taking care of the scores, and Lucas and Will on the cameras upstairs. You guys do a great job, and it certainly makes our job a lot easier to have a great crew like this, Jack.
Absolutely. Angstad hands it off, looks for some options, still on his feet to the 25, to about the 20, looks like maybe 20, or excuse me, the 18, I mean the 23
about the 23 line. It looks
yep.
like, yeah. Best drive of the night so far for the Mavericks, a 7-yard gain there. Best plays from scrimmage all night.
Yeah, great run by Lathrop. You look at the Westfield defense, some of the younger here. It's a great job, great opportunity for them. It's exciting stuff going on here. Under 3:30 left to play in the fourth. 2nd and 3. Ball on the 23-yard line. Here comes the motion. Looks to throw. Fires over the middle.
Intercepted. Oh boy.
Almost
Intercepted.
Very, very close.
Oh my! I thought that it looked to me like update from Carmel. Greyhounds are now ahead of the Fishers Tigers, 23-10, with about 4 minutes left in that game. So it looks like the Greyhounds probably will advance.
And here come the Mavericks again. Looks, hands it off. Looks for an option. 20, 15, 10. Almost down.
At about the 5 or 6.
About the 5 or 6 yard line for McCutchen.
That last play, I am Shamrocks, was probably Zach Jankowski. We have 2 number 2s on the roster here, but I'm guessing was probably Jankowski, and he came very, very close to an interception on that. But as it stands right now, the Mavericks knocking on the door in the red zone with a 1st and goal from the 6.
Angstad under center. Looks here for an option, hands the ball off again. Here we go. Still on his feet, still moving. Carry there by 30, Lathrop again.
Second and goal from the 3. The Mavericks just want to go home without a goose egg on the scoreboard tonight.
Absolutely. Angstad under center. Pull back, and
He's
that's
in.
a touchdown. Great job by them. Been needing to get on the scoreboard. Great job there by
Well, it took them 45 minutes to finally score, but they finally do score with what a great drive, a great play there, and it all basically set up with a great kickoff return. One of the only one so far tonight from the Shamrocks that did not go into the end zone.
Yeah, great job by them, and they put the extra point up through the upright with 2:24 left to play in the fourth. The Shamrocks lead 34-7.
Hamilton County Television and Hometown Sports would like to tonight. Ivy Tech 5 and 9. That's sponsored by Wofford Theater. Ivy Tech, Community Health, Church, Hiddle and Antrim, Smith's Jewelers, Mark Hairbrand, Logan Street Signs and Banners, Noblesville Trophies, Indiana Restoration Service, and our title sponsor, Westfield Chamber of Commerce. We talked several times about the Chamber, about what's going on, and I'm sure there's more you can say about that, Jay.
I think so. There's a lot of things that we have going on. We have a big announcement on Tuesday, 9:30 at the high school. We have a big announcement with our new program called Chamber Innovation, working with our high school, and we have a new partner that we will again, I know that the crew here, we will also be kind of videoing that. It's a big announcement this coming Tuesday. And of course there is something else going on next Tuesday, but we decided that to add the Chamber Innovation onto a pretty crazy day next Tuesday.
Oh, it's my day off.
It's your day off?
I'm taking off Tuesday.
That's the opposite of my day. My day starts very early to very late that day.
Oh, I imagine it will be. It will be.
And here comes the kickoff. It's going to be returnable here. Looks like Hauser finding an option. Met right away to about the 20-yard line.
Hauser has caught the ball from kicks quite a bit tonight, and on that particular one, he got about 15 yards back there. Coming up tomorrow, events that Hometown Television, Hometown Sports, Hamilton County Television will be involved in. Don't forget the Ivy Tech movie tomorrow night, 5 and 9. Our friend Jim Wofford will be over there. 5 and 8. Well, Jim, I was trying to make Jim stay up late because he gets an extra hour to sleep on Sunday morning.
Sunday
so
morning, it'll be fine.
The clock does go back. But then tomorrow night we here at Westfield for some basketball action. That will be, I believe, it's Westfield and Pendleton Heights tomorrow night. We'll be on the air about 7:30. Jack will be sitting in the warm gym tomorrow night, and
they get to hear us 2 days in a row.
Yes, aren't they lucky? I shouldn't say that. That's a terrible thing to say. But as it looks right now, if the lead by Kokomo holds up and they do beat Muncie Central, there will be football at Riverview Health Stadium again next week on Friday night. And Jack, you will be back here.
Love it.
Unfortunately, I will not be able to join you because I'll be joining our colleague Perry Williams over at Noblesville High School for a Noblesville High School girls basketball game on Friday night. So a week from tonight, it looks like quite possibly, unless something really off the wall happens between that Kokomo and Muncie Central game, it looks like we will have two events going on simultaneously here on Hamilton County Television Hometown Sports.
And so far, just kneeing the ball down. Very cool. Very cool for the Shamrocks. .110 left to play. Just kneeing the ball down. Exciting stuff, though, for the Shamrocks. This season will continue to go on, regardless if they play Kokomo or Muncie Central. However, ends. It is with some incredible athletes. Not just Westfield, but you think about the games we've had this year with some incredible student athletes. It's been fun.
Yeah, it's been the whole program that we've had on Hamilton County Television this year with Hometown Sports. We've had some tremendous football games.
It's been awesome.
It's just been it's just really the ladder of the field to meet. And said that these teams looked fairly even. That the wild card in this was just the level come up with, and quite frankly, I'm not surprised at the outcome. I'm a little bit surprised that it ended up 34-7, but obviously,
athletes have that.
Well, as of right now, if everything remains the same, the regional game will be here at Riverview Health Stadium. And again, I say if everything remains the same, because the last word we have is that Kokomo is ahead of Muncie Central 35-27. I don't know how much time is left in that game or if that may have changed. That was about 5 or 10 minutes ago that we got that update. So if that does remain the same, Jack, you will be back here next week on Friday night to bring everybody a Kokomo and Westfield matchup. And at the same time, Perry Williams and I will be over at Noblesville High School for the Noblesville girls game. So that'll about do it for us for tonight. On behalf of Jack Russell, I'm Brad Silbert for Hamilton County Television. Good night.